We're sitting right now in front of the closet, alleged to have been the prison of this young child. True?
This is it.
Is this house staged for this interview?
Absolutely not. We have pictures before we even got your phone call of the house looking like this.
As I understand it, the allegations are that this child was kept in here, was not fed other than just bread and water. How did we get in this situation? How did this happen?
The child's definitely been neglected. It's obvious in the photographs. And the father needs to answer some serious questions about why he looks like that. The issue is, though, he hasn't been in this household. And the news has heard mom say, I haven't seen him without his shirt on. Well, the 20th of March, when she saw him, he came over wearing a black hoodie, and she didn't recognize that he looked that way. He's always been kind of a skinny kid, she says.
So there was a fight here between the 16-year-old and Brad.
Yes.
The 16-year-old reports that that fight was over letting him out of this closet.
And it wasn't.
So he's lying. The 16-year-old's lying.
He is.
Absolutely.
Is the 14-year-old lying too?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Neither one of them have liked Brad since the day they got married, and they have been trying to get rid of Brad. So that was the issue. That's what the fight was.
When CPS had come here previously
Yes.
and asked to come in the house, did Tammi deny them access?
That's their allegation.
That's their allegation. I can tell you that CPS has been involved in this investigation since January. She's told them everything she knows.
What's she doing in this motel?
She was going to pick up the divorce papers.
Well, these are the pictures that were taken the day he was
Correct.
taken, that day.
This child has been abused and neglected, absolutely, but not by Tammi. I can show you pictures in February where he looked fine. This is Jordan.
That's that table right there?
It's that table right there where they were all eating. This is him in February. And this is him. This is actually one of the days that she met with CPS at the school.
Do you believe your client should be charged right now?
Absolutely not.
But she was charged.
What they're alleging is that she didn't do this, but that basically she turned a blind eye and didn't stop it. That's what the allegation is. But I believe once they get the full picture and understand that this child hadn't even been in this home, and even the CPS reports say that when they saw Jordan in February, he had no marks, no bruises, nothing.
Okay, and then it was then that he left here?
Correct.
Brad took him and left back to Alabama?
Back to Alabama.
CPS came to this house on the 27th of March. Okay, so she saw Jordan on the 27th.
Correct.
Why didn't she report it?
She didn't see anything. He had a black hoodie on. She didn't see
She saw
him.
him in this condition.
No.
She's saying that the way that he was dressed and wearing a black hoodie, and he's always been a very skinny kiddo, but certainly she said she didn't see him with his shirt off that day. The photograph that you have there, she said she saw for the first time this past Tuesday.
My question is, if she saw this child, and she didn't seem like this.
No, she saw him with blue jeans
She
and
saw
a
him
hoodie
with
with the hood on.
baggy
Right.
I dealt with a lot of anorexics. I
Right.
know you can hide with bulky clothes. And
Sure.
I have had discussions with Houston law enforcement, and this child was on death's door. This was a malnourished child
Absolutely.
that was on the brink of organ shutdown.
Absolutely.
And a mother of 6 kids, I don't see how you miss
Well,
that.
you just said that you've seen anorexics
I
and
have.
they
I-
know
and I-
how to dress. If this dad was doing this to him, which we believe he was, don't you think he's going to dress him in a way that he can take him out in public and nobody's going to get suspicious? And here's what everybody needs to understand. The two people who are making these allegations are the two people that cannot stand Brad the most. One being a 16-year-old boy who's bipolar and not taking his medication. You talk to the other 5-year-old and the other child that don't have the motivation to lie, and they say, well, yeah, he slept in the room with the brother, and yeah, he played with me all the time, and yeah, he ate with us when we ate.
So if it turns out that Jordan was not in Alabama but was here
Correct.
in this house between that time, then your client has a problem.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll see how it shakes out. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.